Hello my friends, welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today. So we're going to be starting on a 4-week astrology and yoga fusion. So the introduction that we're going to be doing here is we're going to be working through the elements. So in astrology every sign has an element and they work around fire, earth, water and air. So we're going to start off with fire because the first sign in the zodiac cycle is Aries and it's a fire sign. And fire is very much about bringing energy, impulse and movement into our lives so that we can realize or materialize projects we have, dreams we have, aspirations, and just continue moving forwards in life really. But to move fluently, we need to start circulating our energy. We need to start working with it so that it flows in a more natural and a healthier way. So today's practice, we're going to start with fire. And we're really going to focus on our core muscles. We're going to engage those to help our blood circulate, to generate some more energy and vitality so that we can feel more refreshed and more prepared to act in the world, to move towards the things that we want to achieve and also towards creating healthier relationships and healthier habits in general. So, let's get started. So we'll begin today in a seated position and go ahead and close your eyes and make yourself comfortable. Maybe place your palms over your knees. You can have them in your lap also if you like. And start to connect to your breath. Notice its quality, whether it's deep or shallow, whether its pace is fast or slow. And just take a moment to acknowledge without labeling that as either good or bad or anything else. And begin to notice the areas of your body where you might feel more sensation. So maybe you feel something across the chest, maybe the belly, and maybe the hips. Just give yourself a little scan to tap into where you feel the most energy, the most sensation. And when you're ready, you can do this with your eyes closed or open. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice something called Kapalabhati, which is the fire of breath. So basically, as you exhale, you force the air out, and then the inhalation happens naturally, and you do that quite fast pace. So you go. So we're going to do that for a while. And if at any point you feel dizzy or you start losing your breath, then take a moment, pause, maybe slow down. So find your own pace for this. And when you're ready, go ahead. If you need to, you can place your hand on your belly so you feel that motion as your belly draws in as you exhale. So when you're ready, here we go. And then take a deep inhalation and let go as you exhale. So you should be feeling a little bit of fire throughout the body, a little bit of warmth that you've just generated. This is a great practice, a great breath practice to get your blood circulating, to get your body nice and active. And from here, we're just going to start moving around in circles. sending the chest forwards as you inhale, and then drawing the belly button back as you exhale. And you can adjust the speed of this according to what you need, what you feel. Maybe you want to move a little bit faster. You know, this is a fiery practice, so if you need to move up your pace, then go ahead and do so. And if you speed up a little and it becomes a bit hard to marry your breath to the movement, then go ahead and just let the breath flow naturally and move in the way that feels right. And then reverse the direction. And bring some shoulder movement here into loosen up your chest as well as your hips. And then find stillness. And from here we're going to transition on to all fours. And we're going to move into our down dog. So tuck the toes under. And take a moment to press into your toes as you slowly lift up your knees. Make this movement nice and slow. Keep them bent as you send the hip up high. And when your tailbone can't go any higher, then pedal out the feet. Press the hands into the mat. And draw the outer arms in so you can broaden through the back body, through the shoulders. And we're going to start flowing through our core motion. So from here, we're going to inhale and we're going to come up onto the tippy toes in a wave-like movement. And we're going to place the shoulders over the wrists to come into plank. As you exhale, draw back. And you can do this on your knees also. You can come forward and move back, finding the variation that suits you. We're going to do this a couple more times. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, wave yourself back. One more time. Shifting forwards on the feet. Sending the shoulders forwards. And then exhale, sending the tailbone up. And then from here, we're going to come forwards one more time. And we're going to come into a plank position. You can hold here. You can bring your knees to the ground, if that feels right. And as you exhale, draw your whole body to the ground. And then inhale, come into a cobra variation, choosing the height that suits you. And then exhale to find your down dog. Take a couple of breaths here or in child's pose if you need to. And if you're in child's pose, start making your way up. And then from here, we're going to inhale the left leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Come on to the right tippy toes. Inhale, send left foot up. Exhale this time, draw the left knee to the left elbow. And then inhale, send the foot up. Exhale, draw left knee to right elbow. And then inhale. Exhale, release the feet. Take a couple of breaths in down dog or in child's pose. And if you're in child's pose, slowly make your way up again. And then from here, inhale, right foot up. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, draw knee to right elbow. Inhale up. And then exhale, draw knee to your left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Pedal out the feet here. And we're going to flow through another vinyasa. So you can have your knees on the ground or keep them elevated. As you inhale to come forwards into your plank variation. Exhale, draw all the way down. And then inhale into your cobra. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Really open up the chest. Send your heart center forwards. And then exhale to sit back on your heels. And start to send the legs out in front of you. So from here, we're going to, just before we move into our next pose, what we're going to do is we're going to lean the chest forwards and back. Just halfway down. Just tap into your core. Send the hands out in front of you to help you engage your upper body. And then begin to find stillness. And we're going to practice boat pose from here. So what you're going to do is you're going to slowly lift up. You're going to hold at the back of your knees for now. And you're going to lift up your shins and your calves so they're parallel with the mat. And you can stay here. If you want, you can extend the arms in front of you. And if it's available to you, maybe even straighten out the legs. Choosing the variation that suits you. Take a couple deep breaths. And exhale, release. Shift out the hips here. Release the pose. And then come to lie down on your backs. And then bring the feet to touch the mat. Place the soles of the feet against your mat. And then place your left foot over the right knee. And if you're feeling a stretch here already, you're welcome to stay here. Press your left knee outwards and forwards to really get into that stretch. If you feel like you need a little bit more, feel free to interlace the fingers behind the leg or in front. And make sure that the spine is against the floor, that the neck, the jaw is relaxed. If it's coming up too much, then that means you need to loosen up in the pose a little bit. And send your breath and this heat you just created, send it down towards your hip and help it loosen up. And just one more deep breath here. And release. Just windshield wipe the knees here to release the pose. And then go ahead and align the feet with the hips again. And then place the right foot over left knee. Send that knee outwards and forwards and choose the variation you chose on the other side. If this side's a little bit tighter, then you can modify that variation. And as you draw the knee in towards you, make sure the spine is drawing towards the mat also. And to allow our own fire, our own vital energy, the energy that moves us in the world, we need to sort of also release blockages and tensions in the body so that energy can flow and manifest. And the hips are often a region that tend to hold a lot. They hold a lot of emotions, especially. So just breathe into this area, into your right hip. And most importantly, also accept the sensations that come along. Observe them and give them the necessary time for them to process, for you to process them, and to be able to let them go. One more deep breath here. And exhale, release. Windshield wipe. And when you're ready, hug your knees into the chest. Open up your arms in a T shape. And bring the calves parallel to the mat. As you exhale, drop the knees towards the right, coming into a spinal twist. You're welcome to keep the gaze up. You can look towards your right hand, or if you'd like to intensify the twist, then go ahead and look towards your left. And allow your body to melt in these opposite directions. So let the left shoulder grow heavy as your knees also grow heavy towards the right. And enjoy this release throughout your spine. Let the weight of your body model the pose. And then inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop towards the left this time. And again, choosing where you'd like to place your gaze, where you'd like to look at. And aiming to draw that right shoulder towards the mat, opening up your chest. And remember to just let your breath explore regions of your body. So certain areas like your belly might feel a little bit tighter here, but you'll find that your back body also has a lot of space for you to accommodate your breath. So just let your breath find those spaces as you relax into the pose. And one last deep breath. Inhale back to center. Hug the knees into the chest one last time. And as you exhale, extend one leg out at a time. Just let the body grow heavy. And bring your attention to the energy that you've just created, to the sense of vitality. Maybe you feel tingling throughout the body. Maybe you feel a subtle warmth. And just rest into that vitality, knowing that it will accompany you for the end of this practice and after the practice also. Restoring you with energy so that you can manifest the things that you need to manifest. And if you have the time, I'd like to invite you to pause this video and go ahead and take as much time as you need in this Shavasana. Really reap the benefits of the practice. Otherwise, deepen your breath here. Bring some movement to the toes, to the hands. Move the shoulders up and down. And when you're ready, come to lie down on your side. And prop yourself up. come into a comfortable seated position. And we're going to bring the palms to heart center. We're going to lift up the heart towards the sky, and we're going to draw the chin to the chest. And just taking a moment to thank yourself for this practice. And reminding yourself to always live with a strong and refreshed heart. And we do that by tapping into our body, tapping into our creativity and our energy, and engaging that to create things in the world, to move in the world. And we do that in combination with a humble mind, so that we can have our eyes wide open to observe things as they are. And we'll finish our practice here. Namaste. Thank you for joining me here today, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.